This week, we're beginning a journey through 12 important steps towards transformation. It's personal, it's real, and for some of us, it might even be the first real turning point we've had in a long time. We're starting with step one. We admitted we were powerless to blank, and that our lives had become unmanageable. There's a blank there, you get to fill it in. And whatever it is, we admit that it's made our lives unmanageable. Now, I know that word powerless doesn't feel good. Most of us don't like the idea of not being in control. But if we're honest, there are things in our lives that we just can't fix on our own. Something we've tried to change, something we've tried to manage, and no matter how hard we try, it keeps getting the best of us. That blank, that's your rut. And a rut isn't just about bad behavior or some habit you're ashamed of. Oh no, it's about being stuck in something that you know you can't get out of without help. You can't pray it away overnight. You can't will it away. You can't ignore it into disappearing. You're in it, and until you admit that, you stay stuck. The Apostle Paul knew what that was like in Romans chapter 7. He says, I don't understand what I do. What I want to do, I don't do. But what I hate, that's what I do. Sounds like someone in a rut, doesn't it? He says, I have the desire to do what is good, but I can't carry it out. And then, what a wretched man I am. Who will rescue me? He's wrestling with something we've all felt, the frustration of knowing the right thing to do and still not doing it. And he's not just talking about messing up once or twice. He's talking about being trapped. That's what powerlessness feels like. When you're in a rut, first, you lose your freedom. You want to change, you want to be different, but it feels like something's got a grip on you. You can't break out. It's like being in a cage, but the door's wide open and you don't even realize it. And then you lose perspective. Paul calls it a war in the mind, that mental chaos where nothing's clear anymore. You want peace, but your thoughts are scrambled. You want clarity, but all you see is the dirt around you. You can't see the way forward because you're so focused on what's broken. There's a story in John 5 about a man who'd been sick for 38 years. He lay beside this pool, hoping that when the water stirred, he could be the first one in, and that somehow it would heal him. Day after day, year after year, he stayed there. And one day, Jesus walks up to him, looks him in the eye, and asks one of the most important questions in Scripture. Do you want to be well? Now, Jesus already knew the man's story. He knew the pain. He knew the history. And still he asks, not because he didn't know the answer, but because the man needed to answer for himself. Do you want to be well? And the man, he doesn't say yes. He gives excuses. No one helps me. Everyone gets there before me. Sound familiar? We all have reasons for staying in the rut. We're busy, we're tired, it's complicated, it's someone else's fault. And yet Jesus doesn't argue with him. He just invites him to get up. And when the man does, healing begins. The truth is, ruts get deeper with time. The longer we stay in them, the harder they are to leave. At some point, we start adjusting to them. We convince ourselves, well, this is just how life is now. We start decorating the rut, rearranging the dirt, pretending we're okay. This is exactly what King David did. David was at the top of his game. Do you remember? Successful, admired, even called a man after God's own heart. But then something shifted. Scripture says David became famous. He started to believe his own press. He stopped centering his life on God and started putting himself on the throne. And when that happens, when we replace God with ourselves, we begin trying to control everything. ourselves, our circumstances, and even other people. David saw something he wanted, Bathsheba. And he didn't stop to ask God what was right. He made a decision. Then he tried to control the fallout. He lied, manipulated, got her husband drunk. Eventually, he arranged for the man to die. That's what playing God looks like. We try to patch things together, cover things up. We spin it, hide it, distract from it. But inside, we're falling apart. And then comes the pain. Unbearable, quiet, gnawing pain. The kind that keeps you up at night. That sick feeling in your stomach when you realize you've made a mess you can't clean up. David lay on the ground for 7 days, pleading with God. And when the pain feels like too much, we reach out for a temporary fix. We numb it with food, with screens, with sex, with work, with whatever we can find, or we chase something intense, something risky, just so we can feel something again. Anything to break through the numbness. We've all done it, but it's never enough. The first real step out of the rut isn't fixing it, it's admitting it. Admitting that we're powerless over whatever we've written in that blank, and that our lives, at least in this area, have become unmanageable. There's this old story that goes like this. A man falls into a pit. People pass by and say things like, "You just need to believe in yourself," or "You shouldn't have gotten so close to the edge." Someone else says, "Cheer up, it could be worse." But when Jesus comes along, he doesn't lecture or shame. He simply reaches down and pulls the man out. My friends, that's what grace looks like. So maybe the question for us right now is the same one Jesus asked all those years ago. Do you want to be well? Take a moment to share with your group. It's okay to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is where healing begins. So, what's in your blank? What is it that you can't fix or control anymore? Are you willing to name it? Are you ready to be honest with yourself and with God? Do you believe, really believe, that Jesus has his hand stretched out to you right now, ready to lift you up? Because he does, and he will. It starts right there.